channel. Today we will be telling you about the silent apartment. A woman moved into a cheap apartment downtown. It was a little small, but the price was good and the location was perfect. When she told her friends where she was moving, they all warned her to stay away. Apparently, the apartment had a reputation for being cursed. For some reason, tenants never stayed there for long, and many landlords lost money on that apartment over the years. But she didn't believe any of that nonsense and moved right in. For a few weeks, she started hearing strange things. Sometimes in the middle of the night, she would hear what sounded like screams in the next apartment. Other times, she would hear footsteps in the hallway, but when she looked out the door, there was no one there. One morning, she went to use the sink and found a couple of used cups in a dish with some leftover food in it. She never saw anyone else in the apartment, and the management company said that she was the only tenant. Her neighbors swore that someone else lived in the apartment, but no one could get in because the door was always locked. One night she decided to record herself sleeping to see if she was going crazy. She put the camera down and fell asleep. In the morning, she checked the footage and saw a dark figure crawling from behind the walls. She quickly called the police and told them about the strange things that were happening. They searched the apartment and found nothing. The only evidence was the footage she had recorded. With some research, she found out that the building used to be a psychiatric facility. The last patients were moved out 30 years ago, and her apartment used to be a hidden observation room. It was used for patients who needed to be watched closely, but no one ever came to check on her. She heard scratching and tapping sounds coming from inside the walls, and it seemed like something or someone was trying to get out. One day, the drywall started crumbling and she found a loose floorboard. When she pulled it up, she saw a set of stairs leading down into a crawl space. She couldn't help but wonder who was in there. As soon as she stepped onto the first stair, the floorboard slammed shut and she was trapped in total darkness. Then she heard a voice saying, "You shouldn't be here." She screamed and tried to find the door, but it was no use. Suddenly, she felt a hand grab her shoulder, and the most terrifying face she had ever seen emerged from the drywall. It was the man who had been trapped inside the walls all those years, and he finally had someone to talk to. She managed to escape, but when she checked her phone and laptop, the footage she had taken was gone. It was as if it had never happened. And do you know what? The very next day, a new tenant moved right in. The new tenant experienced the same strange things. The cups and dishes in the sink, the footsteps in the hallway. And then one day he heard scratching coming from inside the walls. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and share it with your friends. Until next time.